Mike, can you just double check? Can you open a window and make sure we're actually live? Because I just got a weird error that I never got before, but it's still showing that we're going. Great intro to the show. So first of all, I was like, oh, we're gonna record a little early tonight. I'm gonna get some stuff situated. I'm gonna pour myself a nice drink while I'm getting ready for all this stuff. Drank that whole drink. Really bad idea. Made a second drink, and now here we are. Just not a great idea overall. Not a great idea overall. But it's Friday,
I
so
don't see.
You got to add some edibles into the mix, and man, you'll have a party.
Oh wait, no, it says we're live. Never mind, I lied.
Todd, there is the one thing. If I ever get high, ever, you will be
Edibles.
there. You'll be there. Like that's just the rule. That's been the rule since I don't even know, so long ago. I feel like at one of your 4th of July parties, I was
I
like,
would laugh so hard if you did, and literally we just put some music on. You're like, "This is the most amazing experience I've ever."
what would be? Well, okay, time out. If we were to get mix up some salad, you know what I mean, a little devil's lettuce. If we were gonna jam out some tunes, a little jazz cabbage, what would be the music you'd put on?
Oh, I would have you put on any of your favorite music and then just listen to it where your state of mind is then.
You think my mind would
It's like,
change? Like you think
no,
you think I
I
would
think
not like
you'd
that
love
music
it.
anymore?
No, I think you would like love it even more because the first couple times getting stoned is like all about like the experiencing music and all that stuff, and that's what like got me into Pink Floyd and all that shit.
Listen. I don't want to make any promises here. I don't want to make any bold declarations. But I will say this: maybe at some point before I die, at some point, I'll sit down with the boys and we'll have a little, whatever the kids do with the weeds, and we'll have a thing, and I'll listen to some music, maybe a little
Imagine if you
Kanye.
you just start crying. You're like,
I mean, imagine no, like that's probably what will happen. First of all, I'll probably have a fucking panic attack. Like that's what's gonna
no,
actually happen is I'm gonna have a fucking
because
panic
if I ever
attack.
did anything with you, I would like make sure you had like a small teeny bit amount, so like you'd be good. Like because I'm not someone who likes to overdo
No,
anything.
what Todd's gonna do is Todd's gonna like give me a fucking placebo. He's not even gonna give me
Right?
fucking weed. He's gonna be like, yeah, eat
No.
this brownie, wink, and it's just brownie. It's just a brownie, and I'm like, whoa, I'm so high, dude. Anyways, I feel like I wear green more on the podcast. I wear a lot of black. I'm looking.
wearing
I
green
feel like I
today,
look
too.
good on camera. I feel like I look good on camera right now. Dom's dressed
You
as a
don't.
Star Wars person. Mike's got a cat shirt on. I feel like we're all in theme right now.
I got some hearts behind me.
Damn, pass the controller. Fucking be polite. Pass it to the right. Anyways, what I don't even know what's happening. There has been too much whiskey in this cup tonight. Welcome everyone to the Pass the Control podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we talk about what have we talked about? Weed. We talk about weed too much.
About the devil's lettuce too
The
much.
little devil's lettuce. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely, don't even know what, Friday evening, the anime senpai himself. He's so fucking money and he doesn't even know it. Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, did you get a haircut recently?
Like 2 weeks ago, I
You
think.
look good.
Maybe.
You look fucking good. You know what I'm just going to say? You look good.
All right.
Mike liked that compliment, but he doesn't want him to let me know he liked that compliment. I could tell. I could tell by your reaction. I could tell.
I don't. So I've got the actual Discord call opened up on my monitor, and then I've got the Twitch whatever opened up on a tablet. I think it's just my monitor. I don't think I notice as much on the tablet. But your face looks so red, and I don't know if it's the drinks or what.
It's a mixture of everything, but you're correct because I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, I look fucking beat red. It's a lot of
can't tell.
factors. Maybe I'm just nervous, Mike. You know, we're almost at episode 300. I'm just nervous. You know what I mean? I feel like we're doing this
It's
for
like
the first time.
it's very
again.
Santa Claus-ish, like jolly old Saint
It
Nick.
only exists like right here.
Maybe listen. It's the whiskey. It's the red. I'm just in a good mood tonight. You know what I mean?
Young Santa.
Jolly.
There it is.
I'm jolly. I feel like
No.
my brain is just on Mars right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm not here. Like I'm here, but I'm not here. But I'm here too. Anyways, Mike, how are you doing?
Yeah, that's all I got going on, man.
All right, fair. It's Sapphire Jade in the chat makes a good comment. The green shirt makes it look more red. So maybe I just always look red, but I'm wearing a bright shirt and a complementary color.
Red and green.
Red and green,
Yeah.
Christmas colors.
Exactly. This is actually the prequel origin story to the new Santa Claus movie. He's a podcaster.
No, this is the sequel to Fred Claus.
I did forget that we're getting a Santa Claus TV show on Disney Plus.
Why?
I know, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Why?
I don't know.
How does that work?
I liked the films.
Honestly, I didn't even care about the films.
Yeah.
You didn't like any of them?
I did not like them. I just was impartial towards it. It's like I
Oh.
saw it once, and I was like, yeah, it's fine.
I also struggle to like holiday movies, specifically Christmas movies. I don't like Christmas movies.
It's fucking
So will
crazy.
the show be about him?
What other
most of the
holiday
year?
movies are you into?
None.
He's a big fan of St. Patrick's Day movies.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
like that Arbor Day film.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
He
That
really loves Groundhog's Day.
I like that Groundhog Day
Groundhog's
film.
Day is
Actually,
favorite.
I can't even stand by that statement because I don't even think I've ever seen that fucking movie.
Here's my pick.
Right?
No.
Should do that.
You should pick Palm Springs instead.
No, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Isn't right now Groundhog's Day? Wasn't that like yesterday or something?
Yeah.
That
Yep.
should have been
Yeah.
Dom's pick. Dom fucked up. He's over here being Mr. Musical. Is Groundhog's Day a musical?
Nope.
All right, well there you go. I don't know. Like I like Christmas Vacation. Chevy Chase's kind of sucks, but like Christmas Vacation is a classic. That's like the one Christmas movie that I like. Maybe I don't know. I'd have to think about it more. I like
Home Alone?
I like Nightmare. No, I don't care for Home Alone. I like Nightmare Before Christmas, but like, do you consider that Halloween or Christmas? Who's to say?
This guy in The Night Before with Seth Rogen and those guys.
I never saw it.
Anthony Mackie.
Never saw it.
Krampus.
Mackie.
I never saw Krampus either.
Elf.
Yeah, Elf is fine, but like, I don't know. I'm not an Elf sicko. Like, I'll watch Elf, but I'm not like an Elf sicko. I don't know. It's the same opinion I think I have with like holiday music. I don't like love to put on Christmas music. I was actually texting Dom this past Christmas because I had found like a good like indie rock Christmas playlist. It was like mostly either indie rock covers of Christmas music or just like indie rock songs that were, I don't know, quote unquote holiday, but not actually like, they weren't like popular Christmas songs, just covers. They were just like their own songs. And then you sent me a playlist. I don't know if was it just the Killers or did it have a bunch of music on it? I forget. You sent me something. I forget. Was it the White Stripes?
I think I sent you the emo rock Christmas album.
Yes, something like that. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to the past 2 years. It's like that's how the only way I can get down with Christmas music. I think I don't need that. Get that other shit out of here. I can't do it.
Christmas with the Cranks. How do you feel about that one?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
4 Christmases.
4 Christmases? Okay, we're all on the same page.
I don't think I've seen that either.
That was weird because I heard you saying that in my headphones, but your picture wasn't moving yet. I was saying 4 Christmases and I was hearing you say it.
This is one of those weird situations where this is either going to be a banger episode or a terrible episode because we have yet to introduce the other two people. We have only gotten to Mike, and somehow we're talking about holiday movies.
Historically, they have not been banger episodes, so I think we're gonna. I think that's
I
gonna
don't, Mike,
stay the course.
we
But
must be doing something right to get to almost 300.
Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna die tomorrow
It's just
now.
being persistent.
I'm gonna die.
It's just being persistent.
I'm gonna die tomorrow. Now we're never gonna get to 300. Remember that.
No, you can't die tomorrow because you owe Todd your little pot break or whatever.
That's true.
Oh shit! All right, so this was gonna happen. Todd's gonna come here tomorrow to pick up some posters for work, and I'm gonna get super high with Todd, and then I'm gonna walk outside and slip on this fucking terrible ice storm that's happening right now, and I'm gonna die.
There you go.
And that's what's gonna happen. That's just how it's gonna be.
All right, go on. Introduce your people.
Okay, fine. I won't die. Also joining us tonight is the fucking, I don't know, the pot guy, Todd. Who are you? I don't even know.
That's perfect because, like, I was just gonna say, I love that we've mentioned pot like 6 times in this episode already. Like, this is unheard of.
And it's me. It's me. Look how red my face is. I'm so high right now. Someone's gonna clip that out and she's be like, "Wow, Brendan's so fucking high." Anyways, I'm not high.
We were gonna hire you, but
Yeah, we
I'm
were
so
gonna
high
ask
right
you to host this PAX panel, but actually,
The
yes.
Doobie Daddy. There it is.
the doobie daddy. I like it.
All right, the one, the only, the fucking Mr. Scary Gary Todd. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
Scary Gary.
Gary.
That's his new name. What is happening outside? Yikes. The snow is terrible. Is it like beating
Getting
against
some
your house,
sleet.
Mike? Like, can you hear,
Yeah,
like,
it's
super
sleeting. You
loud?
can hear like
Oh,
little.
I didn't even know it was snowing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so red right now. I'm so red. Like, that's all I can see now. Every time I look at my screen, I'm like, I am fucking beat red. I need to stop talking and laughing. Fucking Taco Man over here. Rounding us out. I don't even know what Todd said. I'm just gonna move on. Rounding us out is fucking Disney Dad. Fucking
Rounding it out is Dom.
This guy,
fucking
yeah.
Dom. This guy.
I'm here.
Ahsoka Damo over here. No, Mike. I got eyeballs from Mike. Is that no?
If I wasn't using my phone, I would have played the Seinfeld theme right now.
You got a button for that.
I know. I've been meaning to get around to it.
Honestly, speaking of Seinfeld, I'm on the rewatch. I'm in season 9. I'm like halfway through season 9. First of all, season 9 is really not good. Second of all, I'm really sad it's almost over.
What are the episodes in season 9?
I just feel like they're kind of like, I need to like look into the history of Seinfeld. I feel like at season 9 they must have known, like, yeah, we're done with this show. We're kind of just like, we just need to be done with this show. It's also really funny since I've been like slowly watching Curb to see that, like, very clearly Curb is just an extension of Seinfeld, but really it's just both Seinfeld and Curb are just Larry David. That's just what they are. They're just Larry David. And I didn't know that Jerry's sorry, not Jerry, obviously not Jerry. George's character was based, yeah, Jory. George's character was based off of Larry David. I didn't know that until kind of recently. Maybe I knew that at some point, but I relearned it recently. And I was like, oh, now that makes sense. Especially after watching some Curb, I'm like, yeah, fucking this is just the same character. Except Larry plays it in Curb. Anyways. Yikes, this is a terrible episode.
Seinfeld Friends and Mad About You exist in the same universe?
Seinfeld, Friends, and Mad About You? Wait, is that a factual thing?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. Ursula, Phoebe's sister, is the waitress at the bar in Mad About You. And then there was like offhand remarks about, like, somebody in Friends, I think, says that they bought something from Cosmo Kramer.
Interesting. Weird. Huh. I mean, I guess they're all in New York, so sure.
Yeah.
It's a big city.
Is it, Mike? Is it a big city?
Is this really the rabbit hole you want to go down?
I don't want to do anything. I don't even know where we go from here. I'm completely
How
caught
many
up.
windows do you think there are in New York City?
Windows? Like Microsoft PCs.
No, like panes of glass.
Wow. I don't even think I could estimate that. I couldn't even give you a guess of how many window panes are in a fucking skyscraper.
It's a common interview question.
If that's a common interview question, I'm glad I've never been in one of those interviews because I wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah, I think it's a Elon Musk question, right? Or is it a...
It's,
I can't remember.
I have to look this up because when I said that, someone asked that question in an interview on a show, and I can't remember what show it was. I want to say it was either The Office or Silicon Valley.
I had heard that it's something that either Tesla or Google or like one of those like big companies use.
Yeah. Something about, how you think about things. Who cares? We're not interviewing for these big.
Is there an answer
big
for that?
companies.
Is there an answer for that? That's the question.
A lot.
Okay,
A lot.
I'll allow it.
That would
I'll
be my
accept it.
answer. I wouldn't get the job, but that would be my answer.
I'll accept it.
I would do a lot of math. I would like write down a lot of math, and then I would just look at them and be like, a lot.
Give or take a bunch.
Well, I don't know what's happening anymore. We're just gonna go into housekeeping because I'm so lost. I'm so fucking lost. I
I was
can't.
just looking at your face. I was like, "You got this. You got this."
I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm so. Anyways,
Run puff puff one too many times.
we interviewed Dom, right? We introduced him. Everyone knows who Dom is. We interviewed him.
Yeah, you got
We
that.
interviewed Dom.
Yeah,
We interviewed Dom. We asked him how many windows are in New York City.
I'm the one asking the questions now.
I'm the one asking the questions now. Anyways, I don't know why for some reason. So like, okay, a little inside base. Huh?
No.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said a few housekeeping things.
Yes, that is the next line. That is what I was just gonna say. But like, it's funny because here's a little inside baseball. I do have notes for the show, and I have notes for the show every week. I usually never. So I never reference the show notes for the intro. Mike, what the fuck are you doing? Mike is so high right now. So I never reference the notes, like ever. I don't need to reference the notes. The notes mostly are for if we have like specific topics and I want to make sure I mention something or whatever. But for some reason, I don't know how long this has been written here, probably since Mike picked this movie or whoever picked this movie. And I don't know why I'm just noticing it now, but it's in all caps in the notes, and it's a separate line, and it just says, "He's so money, he doesn't even know it." Like, I need to remember that was a thing. Anyways, yikes.
Mikey's the big winner.
Brenden had to remember it because he gets too high too often. He's not gonna remember otherwise.
I don't know. You're the one fucking smoking it up over there. Fucking
I can handle
hotboxing your
I can
cats.
handle my ganj. I can handle my ganj.
You just calling
call
it ganj, Mike, makes me know you don't know. You don't know.
Smoking some smokies.
Fucking some
Fucking the
fat noobs.
the Tortuga's fucking tortilla. Okay, you can't handle it,
Episode
Mike.
29, episode 298, the weed episode.
Just wait.
Episode 298.
No, that's
the
episode 420.
episode.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. And then when we get to 420, it's the 298 episode.
98 episode. What does 298 signify? Who fucking knows, man? We're too high. Too baked.
This is a baking episode.
You want to go ahead and
We're just
do you want to
baking.
do the housekeeping? I don't know if you ever finished it or even started it.
He didn't start.
No,
Todd
no.
started it.
Yes, Todd started. Go ahead, Todd. Housekeep us up. Let me take a
The
sip. You-
housekeeping. What is it? The housekeeping thing?
I don't know. What is it?
Okay.
What do we got coming up?
I got you. All right. Don't forget to go to something Higginson Street to get some delicious morsels from our boys over at Good Patty. And if you ever want something for breakfast,
There it is. There it is.
All of that.
Right now, Todd.
and if you want something delectable for breakfast, we have
Yep.
amazing chubbies that will get you super hard in the morning.
All right.
Yes.
Brendan's dying.
That's it. That's a
Brendan's
wrap.
legitimately dying.
God,
This is
That's
just
it. Show's over.
This is just make. I'm kneeling on my floor right now. This is just making me think of. This is just making me think of. I'm so
Hey,
fucking
welcome
red.
to Pass the Control.
Yes, Mike knows.
Ladies
Mike
and
fucking knows.
Hey, and welcome to Pass the Controller.
Did we talk about this recently? How did you know that I was gonna do that
We did talk about it like 2 weeks ago, I think.
on the podcast?
I think we had just finished.
So I went down a rabbit hole recently of listening to the old intros because there was a point in time where I used to enter the podcast, "Welcome to the Past Control podcast," and I had like a different voice. And then it got to the point where, like, after like 50 episodes, at some point, either Todd or Dom would always cut me off and go,
Welcome to the Pass the Controller.
and that's what.
I did the entire intro in your voice one time.
Yes, you did.
Because Yeah.
So that's what Todd doing the housekeeping just reminded me of. But I guess we should just really housekeep it and then just fucking roll with it. This honestly would have been the perfect episode 300. Do we just like not post this episode and make it 300? Because we got high, we got red face, we got all these you know.
What we do? We not post it.
That's it.
That's it. We just don't post it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, sorry, I got a text message. Because that's a professional fucking show.
Light some candles, clear out that ganja smell.
I need to light some fucking sage and some fucking Palo Santo and fucking change the energy in this place. That's what I gotta fucking do. Anyways, a couple of housekeeping things. Let's get right into this really bizarre episode. As Todd was saying, this episode is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore, Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you want yourself something hot, sweet, delicious on a... I already said the days. If you want something hot, fucking... I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so fucked up. Tasty treats. 1 Washington Square. I don't know the hours. Couldn't tell you. No idea right now. Mike, do you know the hours?
No, 7 to 11 maybe.
Maybe,
Yeah,
something like that.
good.
This is what I'll do. Instead, I'll tantalize you with what their cookie offerings are this weekend. Live in real time. And I sent them to Mike. And I don't know if Mike... Did you actually look at the flavors, Mike? Because these flavors are built for you. At least one of these flavors is built for you. So the flavors this weekend, for those of you listening, want to know what the sponsor's all about and what they do on a weekly basis. They give us rotating cookies, different flavors every weekend. And this weekend, they're not fucking around. They got a mocha Java fatty which is coffee, butter dough, chocolate chips smashed with Java chip Oreos. Like, how can you not want to put that in your mouth? Reese's Puffs fatty, which is also vegan, if that's your jam. Midnight dough, chocolate chips, topped with Reese's Puff cereal and a peanut butter drizzle. I don't want that, but people do. And then the one that I sent specifically for Mike, which now I'm excited to read it for you, Mike. Maybe I'll put on my commercial voice for you, Mike, my advertising voice.
Put on your, hey, welcome to the best.
Exactly. You already know. This is my NPR voice. The cinnamon bun fatty. Cinnamon pudding dough, white chocolate chunks, cinnamon chips, topped with a cinnamon crumble and cream cheese frosting. Mike, you know you fucking want that.
I'd give it a shot. I mean, I'm not gonna go there tonight. I'm not gonna ask him.
No, please don't leave your house tonight. I've seen you drinking a cider. You're drinking a Citizen Cider, Mike. Don't leave your house.
Take out the scooter. Rip it
There you
around.
go. That's got the right idea.
You know what, Mike? In real time. 'Cause I don't picture... Oh, go ahead, Mike. Your scooter what?
Number 1, I'm on a hill. I'm on a hill-ish. There's like a slope, so it's slippery. Number 2, the brakes are already bad on that thing where if I were to use it to go down, I cannot stop. So that'll be fun.
You won't do it.
In this weather. Is that a challenge? You don't even know. Yeah, go ahead, Brenden.
So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I was gonna ask you. I don't know if you. I don't think I've ever seen you drink a cider, Mike. How are you feeling about that cider?
It's fine. I don't have a refined palate, so as far as I'm concerned, unless it had Unified Press.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to him.
Yeah, it's been sitting in my fridge. I didn't realize it was there. What was I saying? I don't have a refined palate, so as far as I'm concerned, unless the cider has a distinct, like, oh, this is supposed to be some fruit, maybe. I don't know.
Apple.
Yeah, it's an apple.
Let's say a different fruit.
Which is fair. Cider can have other fruit in it.
Yeah. So
Fruit by the foot.
Fruit by the foot. There you go. That's. I did say fruit, and Dom gave me an answer.
Mike, what do feet taste
not
like?
Gonna notice. I don't know, feet. I
Fucking,
imagine like
got him.
hands.
Mike's into feet. He's a big feet guy.
Yeah.
That's why at PAX, whenever I go down early for the first appointment, Mike's always like, no, I'll meet you down there. Mike's got a foot appointment. You know what I mean? He's got his. I don't know.
No idea where that was going.
I didn't know either, and I was
sniffing
excited.
his sneakers or something weird.
I was excited to see where he was gonna go with that. He's like, when I leave early, and Brenden does leave early. Like,
I do leave early.
I'm not trying to get up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Relax.
Mike, can I tell you right now? Okay, first of all, I'll just wrap up. Episode sponsored by Goodnight Fatty. They're great people. They make great stuff. Please check them out. Ad read over. Because I don't want to include all of this in the ad read for whatever reason.
Okay.
But I will say this. I was thinking about this the other day for no specific reason. Well, I've been thinking about PAX, but why did you make that?
With the whole foot thing, like I'm just concerned what you've been thinking about.
You brought up a foot fetish in the Goodnight Fatty ad, but you had to make sure you ended it there.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
You're right.
And then you're like, I've been thinking about this recently, and then you had to draw back. Like I was thinking about it because of PAX, because otherwise, if you were just thinking about this unprompted, it would be more weird.
Well, this is a very specific story. So I'm pretty sure it was the night that we ended up at the Adult Swim party, and this was the last PAX. It was 2020. So we ended up at the Adult Swim party, which was a whole thing of its own. But we were back at the lobby. I don't know what your recollection of that evening was after the Adult Swim party, but here is my recollection of that night. I had a lot of gin, probably too much gin. And at some point, you and I ended up back in our room, and you were in the bathroom, attending to whatever bathroom needs you needed to attend to. Earlier that day, you and Dom had ordered a bunch of takeout, and I believe it was mostly chicken wings. And at this point, I was 2020. My goal is to lose 60 pounds. I eat better now. I don't eat shit. All this stuff, whatever. You come out of the bathroom. I was in such a bad, distraught mental space, also very drunk. I was bare-handing your chicken, and I looked at you, and I said, "Don't fucking tell anybody about this."
I do vaguely recall that you had momentarily lapsed in your healthy eating when I came out. You were just eating our chicken, which, to be fair, it was out there. You could have had some. We weren't keeping you from it.
I know. Choice. No, I know. It was my own
Clearly,
choice.
by the end of the night, you were just such rough shape that you were doing that. I think that same year, it made me think of how at the bar at the hotel, we were ordering food late at night. This was probably a different night. We were ordering food late at night at the bar, and we'd ordered pizza, and the bartender brings out our pizza, but he did not bring out plates. So I just grab a slice of pizza, hot pizza in my hand, just eating it. And the look on the bartender's face, like, bro, I'll get you a plate. And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it, guy.
That was, I believe, so that wasn't the first time that we met Jesse Vitelli, friend of the show. If you don't know who Jesse is, you should know who Jesse is. Go follow Jesse. Go read his shit at Prima and go throw Jesse some love. But that was the first night, not the first time we met Jesse. So when that PAX, Mike, last PAX, when me and you rolled up into PAX that first morning, it was raining out. We were wet. I was in a leather jacket. We had backpacks.
Leather jacket. I mean, you had to wear that.
I had to wear that. That was my thing. I was a leather jacket guy. I was bad boy of indie games. You gotta be who you are. But we had met for the first time in person, like Lily and Grayson and a few other people, and Jesse happened to be there, and that's when we actually first met Jesse, because I didn't know Jesse prior to that. But the night that you barehanded pizza at the bar was like when Jesse, I think, fully became our friend, because Jesse was hanging out with us and talking to us. But I remember that you barehanded pizza because you're a fucking monster, Mike.
Because I was hungry. You finally brought out the pizza. You didn't bring out a plate. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna wait for it.
Didn't we all end up just barehanding it after you, though? Didn't you just set the trend and we just all barehanded?
I don't know.
You might as well say raw dog at this point, because that's what it seems like every time I fucking hear bare hand.
Listen, I just wanted to give a little insight into I broke my healthy eating because I was in a sad mood and I was also drunk, and Mike was the only person that knew about that.
Yeah, I was privy to a lot of your bad food habits. A lot of them at PAX.
To be fair, on that ride home from that PAX as well, we also stopped at Burger King, and I got a chicken sandwich.
Ooh.
Breaking all my fucking rules. Yeah. I still lost 30 pounds by that PAX, so I don't care. Anyways, what is this episode
housekeeping? February is my month.
Yes, that is the next housekeeping thing.
It's Greatest Showman. Watch it by the end of the month. We'll be talking about that. I'm also hijacking this month It's Black History Month, and we're gonna do a second musical. We're gonna do The Wiz.
Hell yes.
So keep your eyes open for that. Obviously, watch that film.
Now,
It is a rendition of Wizard of Oz with a primarily black cast.
Now, do we need to give both of these movies separate episodes, or do we just work them into one episode? I'm fine with either way.
We're giving them both.
Okay.
Episode.
All right. So keep on the lookout for the regular end of the month PTC Movie Club for The Greatest Showman, and then I don't know when we will drop it, but we will also have a separate episode on The Wiz.
Before the end of February.
Correct. I don't know if Todd will be on it.
Short month.
I don't know if Todd will be on it because Todd's not a big musical guy.
I'm a big movie guy.
He's not a big movie guy. I'm actually the big movie guy now.
Oh,
Sorry.
Brendan's the big movie guy.
I'm the fucking big movie guy. I'm gonna secretly watch so many fucking movies this year. I'm gonna watch fucking like Kill Bill 1 and 2. I'm gonna watch fucking
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Pride and Prejudice. I'm gonna watch fucking. I'm gonna really mix it up. I'm gonna fucking hit all these fucking movies that just like need to be watched. I'm gonna watch them in secret. I'm gonna watch Midsummer. I'm gonna watch fucking all these fucking things. I'm gonna rewatch all 3 Lord of the Rings because why the fuck not? I'm gonna watch all these fucking movies, and then I'm gonna have like, oh, I watched all these movies this year because I'm the movie guy and you guys are fucking shit.
So, Brenden, to play the character of a movie watcher, lists Kill Bill 1 and 2, fine, and then he immediately jumps to, I imagine, the film adaptation of what is primarily known as like a popular novel.
Yeah.
Because I'm very learned, Mike.
It's actually more, which is very confusing because it's a book. And as an English major, I don't think Brenden was familiar with.
Well, that's the other thing, Mike. This year, so first of all, this year, I do have a private goal of reading at least one book. And that book.
That's attainable.
Look at Dom's face.
I was expecting for him to be like a book a month or like
A book a month? Who do you think I am?
20 books for the year. No. His goal for the year is to read a book.
A book.
A book.
Well, let's
Listen,
see what the book is. Maybe he's reading like, Ulysses or something. He's reading Infinite Jest. He's reading something. He's reading like a big fat tome,
All right, tell us what the book is, Brenden.
What is the book, Brenden?
I wish I had a better answer now, but I really want to read The House of Seven Gables.
Oh, well.
I want to read the novelization of Seinfeld. No, I live in Salem. I love Salem. Fucking Nathaniel Hawthorne is here. I feel like I owe it to myself to read that book.
Yeah, he's still here. He's still here.
He's still here. Yeah, he's here in spirit, Mike. So yeah, I'm gonna secretly become the movie guy behind the scenes, and you're gonna all be like, "Damn, Brenden fucking watched all these movies this year." You're gonna be getting to the end of the year and be like, "Yeah, I really think fucking blah 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 is really in the lead for Oscar support." Yeah, Ari Aster, one of the best directors. The way that
guy's so ahead of his time.
Yeah, the way that he just constructs these scenes and the symbolism, all these things. It's just wonderful. I can't believe it.
Honestly,
I'm gonna get you an A24 T-shirt.
I would be blown away if we just made one movie reference that Brenden was just like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that film." Like I would just be blown away.
It's gonna happen, Mike.
We're almost gonna get
by the end of the year, he's seen an Ari Aster film that he watched on his own.
Honestly, like I know game of the year, movie of the year, we're talking about the stuff that came out in 2022, but like I don't know, like I don't think I've seen anything better than Gummo. I just don't think. What other Ari Aster movies are there besides Midsummer, Gummo, and Hereditary?
Gummo's not an Ari Aster movie.
Wait, who is that?
It's some weird. I don't know who.
Wait, then why did you always bring it up with fucking Hereditary?
Oh no, I just brought it up that it was a fucking weird movie. Yeah, no, it's definitely not
about
Ari Aster.
what's wrong with
what's wrong with watch that movie. We should that should be mandatory viewing for everyone.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna be a big movie guy, but I'm gonna watch all Michael Myers films. So it's gonna be Cat in the Hat, Austin Powers 1,
Halloween
Jason
2.
Space.
What the fuck is this episode about? What are we even talking about at this point? I don't even know.
I don't know. I think we're about halfway through housekeeping at this point.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're halfway through the episode and halfway through housekeeping. So yes, so PTC Movie Club for this month is The Greatest Showman, which is Dom's pick, as well as a bonus pick from Dom for Black History Month, which is The Wiz. So we will have 2 separate episodes on those two movies. So if you are interested in listening to us talk about those movies, be sure to watch them at some point in February, and we will drop those episodes at some point in February. I guess on the same topic of kind of watching things, I finally finished Arcane. It's fine. Like, it's fine. It's not bad. The animation is actually really good. Animation is really good. How can I have bad taste? I'm the movie guy.
It's not going to have a. It's not a movie then. It's a show. Yeah, you have bad taste.
You're still the show guy. You're just the movie guy. You don't know anything about television.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy. You're not going to get another season for 3 years anyways.
I can't wait. I can't wait to make my next pick Little Women. I can't fucking wait. Can't wait.
Wait, the newer version?
Yeah, the one with Timothy fucking Chalamet and Florence Pugh.
Pugh.
I'm very good at actor names. That's my other like secret strength. I know all these names. Saoirse Ronan. I'm on it. I'm fucking on it. Wait, has anyone else seen Little Women besides me or no?
No, I guess that's why you're.
Yeah, I'm the movie guy. I've seen it. And I'm gonna do it again for you.
Do it. I fall asleep watching that shit. That's a movie that I'll just keep on fucking fighting to stay awake for.
Bro, you do that to my movie pick. You wait and see what I do to your movie pick. You fucking wait and see. I'm gonna watch that while I'm playing other games. I'm gonna watch that while I'm fucking sleeping. I'm gonna play it on Netflix and fall asleep, and then I'm gonna say, "Oh, it said it's done. It rolled credits." Netflix said, "Are you sure you want to keep watching?" No, I don't want to keep watching because I watched it with my eyes closed. That's what I'm going to do your fucking pick. And I'm just going to Spark Notes that shit. I'm going to Spark Notes an episode of the podcast. The Spark Note's still a thing.
I don't know. I'm so far removed from high school. I do not know what the kids are doing these days.
How did Spark Notes... it's just so funny to me that Spark Notes existed. And, no one stopped it from existing.
The teachers' union didn't come together and say, no, stop that. Stop that. These kids need to read those books. They need to read these books.
How many books did you actually read in school? Let's just be honest for a second.
Bro, I was an English major, and I didn't read a fucking book in college. I didn't read one single book.
I don't think I did either. I read poems. I read Beowulf. I did read Beowulf, the Seamus Blackley version. Beowulf.
My senior thesis was on plays, and I didn't read any of the plays that I wrote.
Your senior thesis was on plays? What does that even mean, Todd?
3 Arthur Miller plays. I had to teach a class on Arthur Miller, and I did not read the plays. And I taught a class for 3 hours.
All right, I don't want to.
You didn't sit through Death of a Salesman, really?
I don't want to sit here and say I didn't actually read books in college because I didn't. I don't know if I'd say I read full books, but I read things. And I took
I read the back of my cereal box.
Well, I read a lot of I took a lot of classes on specific things. I took romantic poetry or specific time periods of poetry or whatever. Or I took a class I took at least 2 different classes on Shakespeare. I took a class on Dante's Inferno. I also took a class that was just on Paradise Lost. I didn't read Paradise Lost. That book is fucking huge. I should read Paradise Lost.
Did you read Dante's Inferno?
I did read Dante's Inferno. I liked that a lot, actually. And one of my papers in that class, I won't say the teacher's name, but I asked, and I did this a couple different times, and I did this in high school too, actually. I asked my professor if I could, instead of writing the paper, create my own sin and write my own canto. So I did that instead. And I did shit like that all the time.
I put so little effort into college and high school, I just cheated my way through everything. That's it. Do you know why I passed my senior thesis? I told you these guys this. I went out to eat with my teacher and his wife and hung out with them and became friends with them. And he ended up giving me a B for writing a 20-page paper the night before it was due.
He gave you a B
also for writing. Smoked him up.
Yeah, he smoked him up.
Bees?
Bees? No, beads. Fuck, underrated show. All right, let's talk about nerd shit. What do we do? We're at 40 fucking minutes right now.
we finish? Did we
Wrap it
finish
up.
the intro?
I don't even know. I don't even fucking know. We
You're telling me
probably
books aren't nerd shit? You're telling me plays?
fair,
Oh my
fair.
God, Brendan, you're
Mike,
actually getting,
Mike's taking,
redder.
Mike's
You're
taking,
freaking me out.
Mike's taking this shit analog. Yes, Mike. Books are nerd shit. We're fucking. This is episode 298, the analog show. Past the fucking, past the pages, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Past the manuscript.
Yep.
Past the fucking papyrus.
Keep going.
Just throw that thing back completely.
This,
Yeah.
I will not last the next 20 minutes if that happens. This will be the quickest episode of the show in history. I don't know what our shortest episode is. Probably
Our shortest one is the one where the people in the room next door said stop recording.
Oh my god, that also happened. Was that it? Was that it? What year was that? We were staying in.
I don't fucking know.
That was the year that we stayed, not in the Sardine Hotel, not at the one with the kitchen, and not at the Westin. It was the year that we stayed across the bridge in the what was the name of that hotel? The one that had a Starbucks in the bottom floor. The Westin has that too. Not the Westin. The one that's across the street.
The one that's at the World Trade?
Yes, that one. I forget what it's called.
I don't know what it's called.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was that year that we got a little inside baseball. I guess if you listen to that episode of the podcast, it doesn't matter. But I'll just bring it up anyway. We were. This is fucking episode 300. Why are we recording this tonight? Episode 300 is let's reminisce about fucking the past. We were drunk after a day at PAX recording an episode of the podcast, and someone not actually, did they even bang the door? Didn't they like lightly? Wasn't it like an older couple? They were very nice.
I didn't see them, but it sounded like it was a very polite interaction where it was like, yeah, you guys, I know you guys are having fun, but it is 1 a.m. and we're trying to sleep.
Yeah. They were very nice about it, and then we stopped. Did we record more after very quietly, or did we just stop?
I think we probably just said we have to stop and then stopped.
Okay.
And maybe the next episode you might have elaborated on what had transpired.
Yeah, that was good. I do remember Kirk referencing that episode in person one time. I also that was the same year that fucking you did your fucking walking like a taco dance multiple times at PAX, Mike.
This is a good commercial. What are we gonna get for the Super Bowl this year for commercials, huh?
I mean, I know one commercial at least. I can't say.
I don't think. Oh, I didn't realize Brenden had an NDA. He couldn't tell us about commercials he knows about.
I mean, it's alcohol related because it's the product that me and Todd sell. So I know we have that commercial.
He's got a legitimate NDA. Okay, guy.
Anyways, we should probably talk about. Mike, you really think I know what we're talking about? I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. My face is beat red.
Maybe we can talk about the phoned in.
I look like Chun-Li kicked me in the face 17 fucking times. That's what I look like right now.
Yeah, it's true.
You
know what? Fuck it. We're already talking about the past. We're just gonna talk about it.
Did you say you wanted to talk about how phoned in Arceus was, or what are you going to talk about? Is that
how
what you said?
Wait, how what was?
How phoned
Arceus?
in Arceus is?
All right, we will briefly talk about Pokemon in a second. So I want to quickly bring up, because it kind of got brought up outside of the podcast, and we're already talking about the past. Mike and I were talking about our PAX East party in 2018 because that was obviously a big deal for us, and I would venture to say a monumental moment for us, very important for us, a night that definitely changed my life, and past the controllers, I would say. But that being said, I looked through my fucking phone. I have not only do I have almost no pictures from that night, I have no pictures from that PAX. And Mike also had almost no pictures from that PAX. Do either of you have pictures in your phone?
Oh, I have pictures from that PAX. I just don't have pictures from that party, and I have no pictures of us really. I think I have pictures of you guys playing games, but I don't think I have any.
I think I have pictures of me
pictures
sitting
of
by myself at the hotel bar while you guys were out talking to people.
Yeah, because you lost your fucking wallet like an asshole.
No, that was 2020. No, 2019. I think that was.
Yeah, I don't know. It was it was the thing. I don't know.
I looked at that date on my phone.
I have pictures from Anime Boston.
For
It was like
reference,
the week
it was
before.
April 4th, 2018.
April 4th,
Yeah.
2018.
When I
Nope,
looked
I
at my
don't. I have no
pictures,
pictures. I have pictures from Anime Boston, and then
Or
that's it.
actually,
I can
I think the party might have been April 5th. Regardless, it was the first couple of days of April. It was April like 4th through the 6th or whatever, or 4th through the 7th. I don't know at that point was PAX on Thursdays yet, or no, I don't remember.
I don't think so. I think when I was looking at my pictures, they all were just a 3-day span.
But yeah,
checking right now.
I wish I had more pictures that night because that was a good night. And yeah, I think we were just all living in the moment that night. It was a good night. Drank a lot of beer.
And look where that's got you now.
Where did it get us now, Mike? Where do you think it got us? Where did it get us, Mike?
Obviously, living my worst life.
That was the year that we stayed in the Sardine Hotel, baby.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's actually. Hold on a second. I will tell you about it afterwards. I'll tell you after the episode.
Okay, all right, I like that.
It's like it's like not as exciting as to warrant it. Oh, it was just. I looked at the pictures and I looked at a picture from before. I was like, oh right, okay.
He's got a lot of pictures of people's feet.
Yeah,
that
was
there it
mostly from
is.
Anime Boston. Mostly from Anime Boston.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know. I sent you a picture. Don't respond to it verbally. Not a picture. I didn't send you a picture.
Oh my god!
I didn't send you a picture. I sent you a text.
I didn't open it up yet.
Yeah, Mike. Let me just send you a text real quick. Whoop.
Let's be honest. You have to go further down.
I need a spotlight. Anyways, this is a terrible episode of the show, and the episode is fucking over. It is over.
It's not the worst episode, at least.
I told you
it's not the worst episode, but remember when Brendan's like, "Oh, we're gonna have either a banger or not," and I was like, "Not, Brendan." And you're like, "No, it could be."
Is it not a banger?
Is
it not a banger? When the intro
Time
goes
will
long,
tell.
I feel like things happen. The magic's just out there. All right, I guess in these last waning minutes, because we keep in mind we still have to do what's in the box, of course.
Ooh.
In these waning minutes, the things that transpired over the week are the Yacht Club presents, Bungie gets bought by PlayStation or Sony, Rockstar comments that they're revealing that they're working on a new GTA. We've all been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus, and Todd's been playing Dying Light 2.
Mike hasn't.
I haven't not.
I thought you were going to buy it, Mike. Oh, are you going to buy it, though, or no?
I'm going to buy it.
Oh, shit, Mike's a big
I'm probably
Pokemon
going to buy
man.
it, just haven't gotten around to it.
So I guess out of those things, if there's anything...
Hey, you forgot about the biggest news of all,
Hit
New
me with
York
it.
Times buying Wordle. You guys love Wordle.
I'm a little mad about that because I'm not going to pay for Wordle, especially because I'd pay for Wordle if... And I'll say this right now. I love Wordle. Wordle's a good time. It's greatly paced that it's one word puzzle a day. I love a good puzzle. It gets my brain working. I like words.
Can I just tell you though, when you guys, so many people posted, like, I thought it was like a ongoing joke the first couple times
the
I saw
boxes?
it. 'Cause it's like, well, with the boxes, and someone's like, that one almost broke my brain, and I'm like, and I saw multiple people post this, and I'm like, are people just fucking with me? Is this actually really a thing? And then I found out it's actually like really a game. And I was like, oh, okay.
I did not understand what it was for what seems like a long time until finally there was an article posted about Wordle, and I opened it up, and that was when I played the 2 times I actually played was after I read that article, and then I was done.
Mm-hmm. I get it if Wordle's not people's jam. Wordle is great for me. It's like the perfect little, like, just gets my brain synapses firing. It's wonderful. And I believe with the New York Times buying it, it's going to turn it into a paid for game, which is annoying. But I will say, from what I understand about Wordle's creation, Wordle was made by a guy who basically made it for his wife because his wife liked word puzzle games. So he made it for his wife and then just made it available online for people to play. And the fact that he got paid like $1 million or whatever fucking New York Times paid for it, that makes me happy. That's a good story. Great. Cool. I'm glad that guy made money. I'm glad that that those people have a nice little love story doesn't mean I want to give fucking New York Times my money to play Wordle. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, they said that it's gonna be free for the time being, so
Yeah, we'll see.
Enjoy
We'll see
it.
what that means. We'll see what that means.
For the time being, I don't know how long it's gonna last,
Yeah.
but for the time being, it'll still be free.
If you want to play a dirty version of Wordle, there is a game called Loodle that is just bad words. And also, I don't know what the name of it is, but there is a Pokemon version of it that is way fucking harder because you have to guess the Pokemon. And like, I don't know if the three of you know how Wordle works. You know how Wordle works or no?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't believe Todd, and maybe the listeners don't know. Basically, it's a 5-letter word. You guess a word. If it ends up being gray, the letter ends up being gray, that means it's not in the word. If it's yellow, that means it's in the word, it's in the wrong spot. And if it's green, it's the right letter in the right space. So you have to, through process of elimination, use those metrics of eliminating letters that aren't part of the word, finding out yellow ones and moving them to the right spot, etc. So it's very fun. With the Pokemon one, it's like the same type of thing, but like obviously not about moving around vowels. It's if you guess a Pokemon, you'll get like either you guess the correct generation, or you guess the wrong generation and it's up, or it's the wrong generation and it's down. So that means like, you guessed the Pokemon from gold. Okay, that means it's in, if it's down, it means it's in red. If it's up, it means it's in anything else. So it's just like a large swath of a lot of Pokemon, and you have to really fucking know like the Pokédex well, or else you're not going to fucking be good at it. Like I played it and I was like, yeah, no, I couldn't, like, especially later gen Pokemon, I'm not going to be able to tell what fucking generation this Pokemon's in. I have to look up a Pokédex. So it's good if you're like super into Pokemon. Anyways.
I'm still trying to work out the lewd one. How many?
Good at it.
Huh?
Yeah,
Todd
Todd's
would
great.
be pretty good
That's
at
awesome.
Yeah, Todd would be fucking
Todd's
phenomenal
a big
at it.
Pokemon guy.
I guess this is a good segue. So I guess the final bit of housekeeping. Jesus. The final bit of housekeeping is we'll have probably at least two more bonus episodes this month. One of them being a Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus episode, plus the future of Pokemon, which will air at some point later this month, as well as a Kirby 30th anniversary retrospective episode, which will also air either later this month or early March, before the Forgotten Land comes out. But with that being said, I don't want to harp on Legends too much, especially because we'll be doing a separate episode on it. But since Dom and Todd potentially won't be on that episode, the two of you have been playing that game. Obviously, Dom has more history with Pokemon. Todd has less history with Pokemon, and historically, Todd hates Pokemon. How are you guys feeling about Legends Arceus currently? All right, Todd hates it.
Great talk, guys.
There's no Vanillite in it, so I'm not like a huge fan of it. No, I don't know. I think it's definitely what I would want from a Pokemon game after experiencing what like the regular form of a Pokemon game is.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to get into someone's head and understand the appeal of a Pokemon game.
I think you should come on the fucking bonus episode then. You should probably try to make that happen. Are you enjoying your time with it at least, or no?
It hasn't pulled me in, but it hasn't like pushed me away either. But I just feel like once you see like one area, you've seen every area, just like a different little bit of paint. I feel like
the game
there's some
definitely
things
has
that, like,
issues. The game definitely has its issues. But it also does a lot of really good things. And not just for like good things for Pokemon, just a lot of very good fun gameplay loops.
It's like a cleaner version of the wild area in Sword and Shield, I feel like.
Oh, for sure. This is this is probably like, if you want a good comparison, this is like if the wild area in Sword and Shield was Bowser's Fury, this is the next game. Whereas like Bowser's Fury is clearly like a test run for the next Mario game. The next Mario game will be more Bowser's Fury. So like that's kind of, I think that's how I would kind of compare these two things. What about you, Dom? How are you feeling about it? As someone a little bit more entrenched in Pokemon than Todd is.
I am enjoying it because it's something different.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like other Pokemon games, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it feels like the child of a typical Pokemon game and Pokemon Go.
Yes, 100%. They, they
Um,
they definitely take a lot from Let's Go in Pokemon Go, which
yeah,
Let's Go
I didn't
took
play
from
the Let's
Pokemon.
Goes.
I
Yeah.
didn't play them either, but I think catching Pokemon in that game is very similar to this, where it's like you can just throw Pokeballs at things instead of like having to battle things necessarily.
I do like that the object of the game is more about it feels more like it's more about completing the Pokédex than battling, I guess. There's
Yes.
less, I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
It feels more basic than the other games do, I guess.
yeah. I forget who said it. It might have been in like a Discord call with Jesse and Ken Shepard and Eric Van Allen, friends of the program. I believe it was one of them that said it. It felt like this game feels like it's more of like in all Pokemon games, you're kind of like, quote unquote, you're doing research for the professor by filling up the Pokédex. But this is the first game where you're kind of like
Yes,
doing tasks to
this is the
actually research
intention.
things.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Yes.
actually doing that. Because like
Yeah.
if you want to actually quote unquote complete a Pokédex entry, it's not just catching the Pokemon. It's like catch this Pokemon 5 times, battle it this many times, feed it. Like you have to do other requirements to like actually finish the Pokédex entry. And that's I think a little bit more kind of digging into that research aspect of it.
I just don't get how a game that like smashes numbers out of the park does not get more support from Nintendo and or like just let them make something like on a larger scale of things that could be like even though this game's still getting like great reviews, but like it's just weird to
I
me
mean,
that
not
like
only is it getting great reviews, it's probably it has
well,
potential
6 million in the first week.
it has potential to be the best selling Pokemon game of all time. Which if
Yeah,
it does
it's a
that,
gold mine.
if it does that, I don't really know what the future of Pokemon looks like because if this does that, this means that it will because this is technically not a mainline Pokemon game. It's not a generation. It is it's a spin-off game, if you want to categorize it. Like that's what it is. Um it's not a new generation. It's just not what a typical Pokemon game is. It's definitely not what you'd consider a mainline entry. So if this ends up becoming the best-selling Pokemon game, who knows what that means for the future of Pokemon. I definitely think regardless they're going to make more games like this. I just don't know if they're going to make the mainline games like this because they named it, Pokemon Legends insert legendary Pokemon name on purpose, which makes me think that their plan was, hey, we'll do these types of games for different regions. When we do Kanto, which is like the red and blue, the first games, we'll do it, Pokemon Legends Zapdos or whatever it may be. Pokemon Legends Mewtwo. Or I guess it would probably be Mew. And
The problem with that becomes that this is telling a prequel story, so it would need to be something different.
maybe it's telling a prequel story.
I mean, Pokemon don't exist in the world, so regardless of what you think happens at the end of this game, if there's a twist, there's a twist, but it is a prequel game.
Yeah, no, it is 100% supposed to be taking place in the past. Yeah.
This story takes place before
Yes.
the other game. So regardless of what you think or what actually happens at the end,
Yeah.
the game exists as a prequel.
For sure, but they could still make a Pokemon Legends Mew game that is taking place in Kanto, and it could be in present day Pokemon or at some other point in the timeline, but still be these mechanics and this structure and this type of game. Because again, at the end of the day, at the beginning of every Pokemon game, you are tasked with hey, we're trying to research all of these Pokemon in this region because we don't know enough about them. So they could kind of structure the games that way, where it's like, hey, you're out actually trying to fucking research these things. But who knows? I don't know what the future of Pokemon looks like. If you want to know what the future of Pokemon looks like, or at least hear us fucking speculate about it, like I said, tune into that bonus episode. I feel like unless someone has anything else important they want to talk about, Todd should maybe kind of shed some light on how he's feeling about Dying Light 2, and then we can roll things out with What's in the box?
Yeah. Dying Light 2. Yeah, it's a game. No. Yeah, I picked it up last night, switched my console to New Zealand so I could play it. By the way, apparently you can do that quite a bit if you buy like a game before midnight release. I just switch it to New Zealand every time and it lets me play it. But yeah, I mean, I was a huge fan of the first game, so this one is just like an improvement off that. I've seen the most complaints be about the story, but I don't think I really care about the story because I didn't care about the story in the first one. It's more about like the parkour and everything. But yeah, so far so good. I'm like 4 hours into it.
You think it's something that any of us would like or no?
Yeah, I mean, if you like the parkour elements, like there's the first game had guns in it. Apparently, this game only has one gun in the whole game. So it's more about like the parkour and like just trying to survive and the melee weapons and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, so far I'm enjoying it. I keep on going back to apparently I love open world games, and this is just another open world game for me to dive into for a while. So we'll see how long it lasts, but I'll probably finish it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put 500 hours into it to finish it.
I don't know if it's something I'd play. Maybe at some point.
If it's on Game Pass, I'd say try it out.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we'll just kind of run.
The intro, real quick though, the intro is like 2.5 hours long, but like it doesn't feel like an intro.
Yeah.
But it kind of walks you through like all the elements of the game and everything and how to do it and everything. But yeah, there's a lot going on in it.
Yeah. I guess we'll just kind of quickly touch on everything that kind of happened this week because I did want to bring up the Yacht Club Presents. The Yacht Club Presents didn't show a lot of different things. It touched on a few things. We got more updates and DLC coming to Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, which is a great fucking puzzle game. If you haven't played that game, like I fucking love that game. It came out in December, so it kind of flew under the radar a little bit and didn't get talked about a lot, but the game is fucking fantastic, and I'm happy to see it get more support and hopefully more people play it because like I put it on today because I love that game. It's a great time. Also, within that same thing, the other big news to come out of that, probably the biggest news, is that Yacht Club Games is putting out their first new IP outside of Shovel Knight called Mina the Hollower, which is currently in development. It's also up on Kickstarter if you want to be a part of the development process and help fund the game. The Kickstarter did already get funded, but you can still fund it and get rewards and physical copies and other art books, stuff like that. So definitely check it out. Definitely watch the trailer. It's just knowing the pedigree that's behind Yacht Club and what they've been able to do with Shovel Knight. This is a new character, Mina, in a new world, and I don't believe it's tied to Shovel Knight in any way, like world-wise. But it is, Shovel Knight was modeled after, I would say, and Dom can correct me if maybe I'm off base here, but I feel like Shovel Knight was like probably most heavily based off of Mega Man, with obviously influences from other things. But Shovel Knight was a 2D platformer, whereas Mina the Hollower is more of a top-down, really giving me like Game Boy Zelda vibes, and it's
with like a mix of Castlevania.
Yes, with the whip. Yeah, Castlevania with the whip for sure. So like this absolutely looks like something I'm gonna fucking love. So I can't fucking wait for this game. I don't think it has a release date yet, but fucking sign me up. I can't fucking wait. Like I was not expecting. I was honestly like expecting. Dom actually happened to call me while this was airing, and I don't know if I said it on the phone to Dom or not, but I was expecting them to announce a new Shovel Knight game that was in a different like gameplay style, whether it was like 3D platformer or RPG or something. I was expecting just a new type of Shovel Knight game, so to get like a brand new creation from them is pretty cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Bungie got bought by PlayStation, by Sony. I feel like that's a longer conversation, so we probably shouldn't really just briefly skim over that right now. And then Rockstar announced that the next GTA game is in development.
Go, baby.
I don't. It's such a weird announcement because, like, obviously they've been working on a new game. Like this, like, sure, of course you are. Like,
I'm more excited for Series SX. GTA 5. I'm a sucker. I'm gonna fucking buy the shit out of that.
Yeah. Well, everyone is. It's the best selling piece of media of all time. GTA 5.
into GTA. You
Huh?
know, like, and I still jump into GTA occasionally and just go spin the wheel at the casino.
I have no interest. This is all I'll say about GTA, the next GTA at this point currently, and then I think I'm assuming since they decided to announce this today that there must be a reason. Maybe later in the year we'll get a full like tease at least of whether it's GTA 6 or like a spin-off game like a Vice City or San Andreas. I hope it's a full numerical change simply because I would, if they were to announce GTA, blah, 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 I feel like they'd end up using the same engine as 5, where if it was GTA 6, I feel like it'd be a new engine. And for me personally, I think the only way I get excited about GTA 6 or the next GTA is if it's like a new engine. Because I GTA 5, I'm not yucking anyone's yum that loves that game. Clearly I am in the minority since it's the best-selling fucking piece of media of all time. It just feels very old to me, and I didn't have fun playing it. I'd have no interest in going back to it. So I would want a new engine. And that's the same way I feel with, like, I'm excited for Starfield. I hope Starfield is fantastic. But if Starfield plays like Fallout, like the last Fallout, not even 76, just Fallout 4. Is Fallout 4 the Massachusetts one?
Yeah.
If it plays like Fallout 4 and it doesn't feel newer, I'm probably going to fall out of it right away.
I think it's on the new engine for them. I could be wrong.
It has got to be. There's no fucking way they're still making games that feel like Fallout 4.
I think it's the engine that they're using for Skyrim, fucking Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls 6, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. I would love to get into an Elder Scrolls game, but like when I tried to play Oblivion, when Oblivion came out, I didn't want to play that game. I can't imagine wanting to play Elder Scrolls 6 if it plays like Fallout 4. It needs to feel new to me. It needs to feel like a modern game. But that brings us to everyone's favorite new segment, which I have confirmation that this is everyone's favorite new segment. A lot of people love what's in the box. A lot of people love this thing. So we're going to keep it going. I mean, we're going to keep it going all year anyway, but I'm happy to keep it going. So a little score update, and for new listeners, or if this is your first episode listening, every week we end the show with what we call What's in the Box, where is a game. I pull 3 games off my shelf. I read the back of the box. The panel on the episode has to guess what that game is. Whoever gets it first gets the point. We keep track of the points all year. End of the year, the winner gets. Who the fuck knows? Maybe we should, off the air, we should figure out what the winner gets. The winner should get something. Maybe the winner should get to either pick a game or a movie that everyone has to play.
Yo, that's what it should be. The winner gets to pick a game that everyone has to play.
I like that idea. So
as last year.
Oh, what are you picking, Dom? What do you want us to play?
I don't know. What do you?
I'll play it. Let us know what you want us to play. As it stands right now, Todd leads the league with 5 points. Dom right behind him with 4 points plus 1, and Mike right up behind them with 3 points on the board. I do have one stump. The goal is to never have stumps. I don't want stumps. I am simply the band leader here. I am simply the maestro. I'm not trying to score points. I'm just trying to move this along. So without further ado, everybody, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary, we are here with What's in the Box. The first game. Defeat our enemies. Explore new worlds. Become legend.
I feel like we've done this one before.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a new year, Mike. Things can come back into play. From the creators of blank and the company that brought you blank, blank, blank.
Destiny 2.
What did you say?
Destiny 2.
No.
Destiny.
God damn it, Dom. You let him fucking sneak in with that one.
You said new enemies, so I just assumed it was a sequel.
You let him fucking sneak in with that one.
It's all right. That happened to me last week or the week before.
And I lied. We're gonna do 4 games this week. as a little bonus, a little special bonus here because this was a special episode.
Wordle.
Huh?
I said Wordle.
If I had a physical box of Wordle, new legends will rise.
That's new too.
Fucking Dom sneaking in. Mike, where are you on that one, Mike?
I should have got.
I don't know. There's no Destiny 3. What's the DLC for it called?
I don't know. Do I have a physical copy of the DLC, Mike?
No.
For this next game.
Anthem.
Sorry.
It's. I can't remember what the DLC is called.
For this, there are a lot of DLCs, and maybe
the newest one.
And maybe I have physical copies. I don't know. Maybe I have physical copies. For this next game, you do need the full title. Full title. And
Pajama Sam.
Do you want an upfront hint? Do we want an upfront hint for the gang or no?
What do you mean?
Now it's going blind.
Okay. All right.
No, go blind.
All right. I'm just saying. I'm going to give it anyway. I'm just saying. It won't always be this way. But there was that episode where Microsoft acquired somebody and we had some themed picks. This episode, we mentioned that someone got acquired. Clearly, it seems like maybe we have some themed picks. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that into the ether. Mike, this is a hint for you, Mike.
Okay.
Anyways. Changing the world takes heart. You need the full title to win this. Prepare for an all-new blank experience in blank, blank, blank.
Halo Combat Evolved.
Halo Reach.
No.
Halo 3.
No.
Halo 2.
Marathon.
He did 3 blanks. That's why I said Combat Evolved.
Fuck.
I said Halo 2 just in case you didn't hear me say that.
Based in the universe of the award-winning series.
ODST.
Halo Master Chief Collection.
This is fucking hilarious.
I don't have any more Halo games up my sleeve, so
Halo Wars,
it's not Halo.
Halo Wars 2.
No. Based in the universe of the award-winning series blank. Don the mask of blank and join the blank 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 blank.
I can't even fucking remember. I know what this is too, and I'm blanking on the name.
As they stage grand heists, infiltrate the minds of the corrupt, and make them change their ways.
Bro.
Persona 5 Royal.
No. Oh, is it? Okay.
Woo, Mike gets the point. Persona 5 Royal. Wait, what did you think it was, Todd?
You said something about masks, and I started thinking of that arcane game that I'm blanking on right now.
Deathloop?
League of Legends.
No, not Deathloop. The ones before them.
Dishonored?
Dishonored, yes.
I do own copies of Dishonored, so keep that in your pocket for the future. The final game of the evening. That was me. I was a double throw off. I threw you in there with the, hey, it's a themed episode, and then it wasn't a fucking Bungie game.
No,
got him. Fucking got him.
So when he specifically was like, when he was specifically like, hey, I've already pulled 2 Bungie's games, but I want to let you guys know. I'm not going to pull another Bungie game next.
I had a feeling the Bungie games were going to be easier for the two of you, and I wanted to give Mike what I thought was a layup. And when Mike wasn't guessing Persona 5, I was like, Mike, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
I already forgot what you like.
Mike,
the first few.
The first line was changing the world takes heart, and I thought that was too much of a giveaway.
Yeah, it would have been if you didn't already say like, hey, themed episodes. I was like,
that was a throw off. Listen, I'm just over here to keep it an even playing field. Throw everyone off. This is a very small text, so hold on. Let me just make sure I'm not showing this on screen. Let me just do this. Let me use Persona as a cover here so I can actually read this. Perfect.
Oh shit, it's just regular Persona. It's Persona 5.
I do have that game. Bent on humankind's extermination. A powerful fellowship of alien races known as the Blank.
Halo Combat Evolved.
I was just gonna start listing off Halos. I was like, is that like?
I was waiting to see which one it was because I knew that he was going back to Bungie after he had pulled the fourth game, which was a not Bungie game.
No,
Yeah, right.
actually, the fourth game that I pulled was Destiny 2.
Oh.
I was gonna do Destiny, Persona, and then go back to Halo as the throw off. Persona was meant to throw everything off. So there we go. We're ending the week here with a first place tie. Dom and Todd both have 6 points. Dom does have one mystery point. I don't even remember what game it's for at this point. And then Mike is sitting not too far behind with 4 points. So it's still anyone's ball game. There's still a whole fucking lot of months and weeks in this year to get to that top spot. I will say, though, with these bonus episodes trickling in, that does open the door for guests to get on the board and steal points away from the panel. It also, with things like The Wiz, where Todd may not be available, does open the door for Todd to not get points that week. I'm just saying, Todd, you might want to come up with some bonus episodes of your own. So the real way to fudge the numbers.
Wiz themed games.
No, it's just gonna be Moonwalker.
It's gonna be three different copies of Moonwalker. I will say, we should probably get this stipulation out of the way. What's in the box can only occur if I am here. So if there's a situation where like Mike and Dom do an episode on The Wiz, which I'm going to be there for that.
We should just do an episode and just keep picking games that
just run up the score.
Pick one of like the 5 video games I own.
So there you have it. That's episode 298. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna name this episode because I don't know what the fuck we even talked about on this episode.
It's the weed episode.
It's the weed episode. It's the whiskey episode. It's the fucking meow we're talking episode. I don't even fucking know. Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 298. Listen to the show. Leave us a fucking review. Share it on social media. Let a fucking friend know about the show. I don't even necessarily want. Maybe this episode. Maybe. This is like a kind of very light. This is like a clip show, but not really. You know what I mean? Like this is like, fucking what's his face? Fucking Hartman. Phil Hartman comes out and fucking, remember that one scene from The Simpsons? And
yeah, he's Brenden specifically referencing an episode of The Simpsons, which I guess that's his thing now too. On top of watching movies, he watches The Simpsons now. I
have seen an alarming amount of The Simpsons at this point, Mike. I can understand, I can make, and I can get Simpsons references now. And as an older person experiencing The Simpsons for the first time, I will say, not all the shit you guys laugh about and reference is funny. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying. It's not bad. The Simpsons aren't bad. They got good jokes. They got good scenes. They got good stuff. I'm just saying. It's maybe a little overhyped, It's just maybe a little too much.
I think the problem with The Simpsons is it was really funny for the time period it was in, but I don't know if it translates well to
I get that. There's definitely jokes that probably would have hit specifically better at different times, but I think the other problem is if you go to The Simpsons now as a new viewer, you have seen so many other things that have probably ripped off The Simpsons that The Simpsons don't feel unique to you. If that makes sense. Mike, am I speaking out of turn here?
I guess that makes sense. Dom, when we do our own episode, we'll just do a Simpsons episode. We'll do Simpsons games.
All the Simpsons games, yeah.
All Simpsons games.
Who is going to guess these games?
I don't know. I don't think I have physical copies of any of them anymore.
I probably still have the box for Hit and Run, but that's it.
I still have the box for Bart vs. Juggernauts on Game Boy. I definitely do.
You have the box for that? Right. You have a Game Boy box?
Talk in the episode too.
Yeah.
Do you have other Game Boy boxes?
Probably. I gotta dig through my parents.
If you have fucking Game Boy boxes, that's incredible. I need to know what you have, because
Yeah,
I'll potentially buy some of that shit off you if you'll sell it
Yeah.
to me. Because like Game Boy boxes, it's the same thing with like N64 boxes. That shit's cardboard. Like if you have that, I'll fucking, if it's a game I want and you don't want it, I'll fucking buy that shit. Anyways, friend of the show, fan of the show, want to support the show. We have ways for you to give us money, but we don't even necessarily want your money. If you want to give us your money, obviously we'll take it and help support the show. But some of the best ways to support us is leaving a review, sharing us on social media, sharing us with a friend. The more people that listen, the more people that know about us, the more people that review us, all of that stuff helps us continue to expand. And we're all about trying to get new listeners and new faces and new voices and new ears up on the show. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you giving us your time. And, you can follow everything Pass the Controller does at www.passthecontroller.io, on Twitch at passcontroller. At twitch.tv/passcontroller, and on social media at passcontroller. You can find me at Big Room. You can find Mike at _Mycopath. You can find Todd at Toddy_by_nature. You can find Dom at PTC_one little spark. And again, thank you all so very much for listening to this week's episode 298. Until next time.